Matt, after the Salford defeat's not quite been the week that was planned with the Walton Surrey Senior Cup game being called off. But how's it been following the Salford game?
Been a good week, yeah. It was just disappointed that the game was called off on Tuesday because obviously everyone was in on Monday in good spirits after a frustrating afternoon on the Saturday. But yeah, looking to split the group on the Tuesday and have half the team, sort of half the squad training, and then get some valuable minutes against a good side at home on our pitch on the Tuesday night. So to have that obviously postponed and delayed by 7 days, I think it's been arranged for this Tuesday. So yeah, disappointing, but we'll be looking forward to it next week. I don't know exactly who's going to play now. We'll always obviously get the weekend out of the way with, see who's played, see who hasn't played, see who needs some minutes, and make the decision on who's going to play on Sunday. Sorry, I'll just turn it on silence, Tony. I'm going to do that. That we look forward to next Tuesday game to get some valuable minutes into some players.
The fact that the game was called off on Tuesday and therefore some players couldn't get the 90 minutes you were hoping, does that have any impact on your selection on Saturday at all, or was it always just to get minutes and nothing else?
Yeah, no, it's just it wouldn't impact what we're doing on Saturday. It's just to get some players who needed topping up some minutes, come back from injury or haven't played much recently to do so. So no, we'll be unfortunately park that. We're looking forward to Saturday, pick a team and a squad to go and get a result back at home against Crawley, and then as I say, then on Sunday morning see where we are bodies wise to then pick the team to go and play against Walton on the Tuesday night. And
it'll be after 2 long away trips in the last couple of weeks. Nice to get back in on home soil against Crawley for what's as close, apart from Wimbledon, as close as we get to a local derby.
Definitely, it was obviously our last game was a local derby, a sellout. Obviously, I don't think we'd expect a sellout this weekend, but hopefully another big crowd. Hopefully, many home supporters coming to back a team full in confidence and on a really good run. Only 2 defeats in 9, so coming to support us back at home. We really hope they get behind us. And then, as you say, Crawley, a team with a new manager, not far down the road, and I'm sure they'll be bringing quite a few away supporters. So it all sets up for a good atmosphere and a good game.
After the Salford game, you said it was disappointing to lose it. Has it just been filed off as one of those days in the end? Just when it was just one of those days when it didn't quite go right, difficult conditions, and you just have to suck it up and go on to the next one.
Yeah, there's not a lot else you can do, Tony, to be honest. You can't change anything now. It's very strong wind, worst pitch in the league, but a lot of positive moments and spells for us. Couple cleared off the line. So yeah, some really good bits of play in those conditions and pitch. Get the penalty with the conditions benefiting our second half. Thinking is our moment with 20 minutes to go to really push and get at least the equaliser. And unfortunately, the key moments in the games didn't go for us, and it went for them. And it, yeah, like you say, it just wasn't to be on the day. So we dust ourselves down and we go again on Saturday.
And looking at Crawley, you said before, sometimes difficult to play a team who are under new management because you're not quite sure how they're going to settle. This is Scott Lindsay's first game as Crawley manager, so I guess you've been a little bit not quite sure what to look at this week because they haven't played for the best part of 3 weeks either.
Definitely, only played 2 games since we played them on Boxing Day. Obviously, had the caretaker manager Scott Lindsay now coming in charge, who's done really well in his first season as a manager at Swindon in and around the playoffs. He's decided to leave Swindon and take this job. And as you say, it's his first job. It's the new manager effect, if you like. Everyone's playing for their positions to go out and get in the team or stay part of what they're trying to do. And then the uncertainty of exactly who's going to play, shape-wise, personnel. In the last 2 games, they left some experienced players out of their squad. So do they come back in now? So to be honest, there's a lot of unknowns. And until we get that team sheet at 1:45, we haven't really got a clear idea of exactly what they're going to do, which isn't normal and isn't something you'd like as a manager. You'd like to do your preparation and make sure your team's organised and set up and ready to go. But it won't be the case this Saturday. But the way this squad and this group have been with me for many years now, and we certainly know how to play against different styles and different formations. And I'm very sure once we either get the team sheet or start the game, then we'll be able to adapt very quickly and get the information on to make sure we can settle into the game and get our game going, and make sure we can get on the front foot and get that first goal and hopefully another home win.
And went to Salford last week. Jack Rose was injured. What's the latest on him and the other players that have been missing out lately?
Yes, just a slight tweak with Jack Rose, and he's been back in some training this week, so he's going to be a late call for the game, whether he's in the squad or not, and we'll see on Friday, Saturday morning on that. John Barden's got some again positive news. He's now walking unaided now, no crutches. He's allowed to drive again, and he's up at St George's Park, which is a rehabilitation centre they've got up there as part of the setup. Which will be brilliant for him for this week, and he's doing well up there. And then, as you say, Matt Ridley is back in training again now from his layoff. Adam Lovett has had some positive news after a very difficult 6-8 weeks since that 3rd of December of the concussion at Carlisle. Still had headaches, still not been feeling great, and he's going to see a concussion specialist and got some medication, which I think will help a lot of things settle down, and he'll be back in to the training ground and building up hopefully over the coming weeks. And it's been a bit of a tough haul for Adam, who's doing so well in our team, and we look forward to seeing him back, firstly in the training ground, then back on the training pitch, and hopefully back in the team, because he's had a good season when he was called upon. But apart from that, everyone else is getting there. I don't think I've missed anyone, Tony, have I? Kobe Rose, Kobe Rose, is he talking to me there? Yes, he's back in training as well with Matt Ridley. So that defensive options of what we got there is coming back. Kobe's joining some passing drills. He's straight line running. So Matt Ridley's just a touch ahead of him as in joining in training, but Kobe's not too far away from joining in with the group as well.
Now, the other end of the pitch, a couple of strikers gone out on loan today. Topi Fadavansi and Kwame Thomas. Talk through the thinking behind that with Topi. It's just to get him some starts rather than keep having him come off the bench.
Yeah, two different reasons there. As I said to you, I think last time, one of the recent interviews I've done with you is Kwame just really frustrating after his injury at Wrexham. Came here, game time limited, couldn't get Almar out of the team, and just felt that he needed to go and play, and I wasn't going to stand in his way. He's been a great lad, a top professional. And no problems at all around us. He's just wanted to try and get regular first team football. So I haven't stood in his way for him and his agent exploring those options. And he's managed to get a move to Dundee. Gary Bowyer, they're a really good manager, and they're doing really well in the Championship in Scotland. And he'll go there for the rest of the season, and that really hopefully gets a run of games and sets him up for his career. And I certainly wish him all the best with that loan move and beyond. But then Tope, as we know, is a trialist coming out of Loughborough University in the summer, a little bit of an unknown who did well in pre-season, came off the bench the first few times, nicked a couple of goals, scored against Chelsea and the Papa Johns, and someone who's really showed real good promise, a great lad, good professional, really, really good lad in and around the dressing room as well, an infectious character. And I just feel at this stage of the season, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where he's at for us come the future, is right now for him to go and get some regular games, some more minutes. Obviously at the National League at a good club with a good manager in Gary Johnson and Torquay United, and playing obviously in a really tough and a good league, as we know, that is a great next step for him and his development to then see where he's at when he comes back to us. And I'm sure he'll have real competition and come back even better to try and break into my team a bit further down the line.
And just looking off the pitch this week, the players have been out and about as well, some of them doing work in the community as part of the EFL's Week of Action, which is an important part for the club to play.
Definitely, and we all try and do our bits throughout the season, but I know it's EFL week for obviously working in the community, and we're a community club. There's no one as strong as us who really have the togetherness and help every aspect of the club. So for the players and staff and everyone to go out into the community and really build those strong links that we've already got at the club is vitally important.
And Matt, we were talking about the Wimbledon game and how it was a full house, and the Gillingham game before that as well. As we've seen, the club has had to put out a statement this week about crowd behaviour following a couple of incidents in that game, and I guess it's really important. We get a good crowd, but everybody behaves in the right way and makes it an enjoyable experience for everybody to watch football.
Definitely, because our home supporters are vital to what we are doing. They've been brilliant away from home and great voice. And we just want to make sure that stays there in the home games. It was an unbelievable atmosphere against Wimbledon. But we just want the supporters and everyone who comes to support us just concentrate on that, and that is in supporting us and getting behind our team, not having any inappropriate language or comments to any of the opposition. I don't think that benefits us at all, and certainly not entering the field of play or causing any trouble in that sense. You know, we want supporters to come and enjoy their experience at Gander Green Lane on Saturday afternoons, and that's by creating a good atmosphere, singing the songs that they do, and really getting behind the 11 players currently playing at the time to really to push us on, and they are like the 12th man, and we just got to make sure that it stays that way, and certainly the lines aren't crossed.
Well, certainly this Saturday will be another decent crowd. We said a local derby, home to Crawley, who we beat on Boxing Day, and still very much in and around the mix in the upper mid-table. So it's an exciting time. It should be an exciting game on Saturday.
Yeah, it seems a little while ago since the Wimbledon game. We've had obviously the 2 long trips, but we're really looking forward to getting back at home in front of our home supporters, and everyone getting behind us, and hopefully continue the strong home form that we've had all season, and getting another 3 points against a local club as well.
Well, we hope so, Matt. We wish you well on Saturday, and we'll see you there. Thanks very much.
Cheers, Tony.